Welcome back to Fighter Crypto. My name is Chase. Today we're going to take a brief look at Bitcoin. We're going to do an update, look at the weekly close, the daily closes, see what we can find in the days and weeks ahead for potentials. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you want more help navigating this market, consider following us on Patreon. You get access to a private Telegram group. That's linked below. Let's get right to it. Bitcoin here. After a fall down over the weekend, last time we talked was Friday. We wanted to pay attention and wait and see where we closed. Bearish close, for sure. After 3 days of indecision, you can see these 3 candles just spinning tops. The bears made the decision for us, but it's just baby bears right now. Nothing big, right? We're waiting to see if we can kind of break out of this zone. So we're looking kind of right in here. And if you ask, why the hell didn't you include these? These are kind of the deviations or the swing highs, the fake outs, right? When they break a kind of a key level and then come right back into the zone. Right, as we did here, it's kind of a deviation. So we could potentially see that on the bottom side too, where it kind of fakes us out to the downside. But if we get several daily closes below this box, like 41, our next zone that we want to be looking for Bitcoin is really kind of right in this area. If you can see there here, right, all this consolidation is, even though prices were still building up, right, you can see this bigger move, right? So that starts around 38K. If we start to close outside of this with multiple closes, right, we could bounce right here and, potentially go back to 45, 46, whatever. But there's bigger signs on, like, say, the 3-day and weekly that say that may not happen. At least the local top could be in 49K. So if we do that and come back down, here's our low zone, 38 to 34. Noting also we have our 200-day EMA here at 35K. So we'll watch that. We'll do updates as we progress through the days and weeks ahead. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out to the 3-day. And now we start to get a little bit more of a short-term bearish reversal odds increasing. Why? Well, I'm glad you asked. This candle right here, bearish engulfing, really made that brief higher high. Not only that, but we closed below the EMA 8 on this 3-day chart, which when is the last time we did that? Way back here. We're looking in October. So those signs, things starting to happen that haven't happened in a substantial amount of time, those are the things you want to be looking for. Not only that, but kind of confirming that on the weekly chart. Yikes. Kind of dark cloud cover here. What the hell is that? Shooting star-esque. Similar results, different names, right? This is real bad, especially given the context of a 11-week rally. High put in, come back down, close below half of this candle. That kind of the definition of a dark cloud cover, right? We did that. We talked about that last video. Wait for the close. We got the close. The odds of this being a local top have just dramatically increased with that close. We want to wait, see where we end up closing this week to kind of confirm it. But as long as we don't close back above 44, right, that should really confirm, and the odds just significantly increase of a downside potential starting. Now, we don't know where it's going to go, but if you had to guess, right, it's likely going to be the 21-week before everything is said and done. So that, as of right now, is around 37K. That will change week over week, depending on when we get there. Could be 38, 39K by the time we get there. We may not go there at all, right? We could hold the line here and bounce. We haven't even closed below the EMA 8 on the weekly. But given the context of this candle at the top of this rally, more oftentimes than not, that is it for the foreseeable future. And because we're looking at the weekly chart, could very well mean multiple weeks, if not multiple months, of the local top being in. That's just the local top being in. I'm not saying prices are going to go down for months or anything like that. Don't read between the lines. Local top of 49K likely being the top for the next several weeks to several months based on this candle. Obviously, nothing certain in crypto but uncertainty. There are no guarantees, but the whole reason you're following TA is to increase your odds on potential moves. That's why Japanese candlestick theory, that's what you're looking at here. If you're like, what the hell is that? That's what all these are. That's why you study it. They paint a picture. It's your ability to interpret the picture on how well you're doing. Usually, right? And it's just usually, because even the world's best traders get shit wrong. So don't think 100% anything ever in your life, certainly, or even crypto, more certainly. Just trying to paint the picture of what the potentials are. The potentials are dramatic increased odds of local top being in, if I can make that any more crystal clear. All right, so not only that, we had another major warning. The Fisher Transform, we looked at this also last video. Substantial cross to the downside. Usually you get these little baby crosses, or even see the angle here, right? This angle versus this angle versus holy shit, look at that. This is like black diamond ski slopes versus the bunny slopes. When is the last time we see a dramatic fall off like this? I mean, it's not often. So that also increases our odds of said local top based on Fisher Transform. Everything else is still looking relatively okay though. So we'll see how this shapes up in the days and weeks ahead, but wanted to at least paint that picture. Looking briefly at the monthly chart for the four of you still here. Multiple closes outside the monthly Bollinger Bands are very difficult, very rare, other than blow off tops. As you can see, kind of that was our ending run. So that is like around 42K. So for January to close in 16 days, we'll see where we end up closing. Wouldn't be surprised if we close back in here. It's just a lot of effort to keep those bands open on the monthly scale. So we'll see where we go. If we do, in fact, go down, noting the EMA 8 is at 35K, noting also around these swing lows from the initial sell-off, all kind of paints a little bit of a picture again, right? Looking pretty good, somewhere around in there for a retest. And, the months ahead, right? We're looking at the monthly chart, so you can imagine a scenario where February, March maybe touches this somewhere. Those are buying opportunities. It's not being scared opportunity, right? We're no longer in the bear market. Get that out of your head. Anything here is for buying and not panicking. So, not financial advice, but I know where my dump truck will be, right in this area. If and when we get to mid 30s on Bitcoin, I don't care what alts are. I'm buying everything. Sell your cat, sell your dog. Maybe not the dog. Cat for sure. All right. I'll wrap it up there. Hopefully found this somewhat helpful, mildly entertaining. Let's get to our quote of the day. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. MLK Day, if you weren't aware, living under a rock, hence the quote, right? But guess what? I still remember everything my enemy said too. We don't have to forget that. Car of the day, Aston Martin Vantage, one of the best rears on a car under 200 grand. You can get these around 200. That's pretty impressive to me. Looks insanely good. Fits my eye well, as they say. No one says it. I like this so well that I actually bought one of my high-end models right there. It's in the chartreuse to the left there. That one. It's this car right here. That's my favorite color on a supercar. If I ever get a supercar, it'd be likely that color or yellow. Maybe blue. Obviously, I have no idea yet. All right, that's the Aston Martin Vantage. There's the front. Now, the front is much more boring to me. These headlights, they failed. Honestly, they failed. I love the rear, one of the best in the business, in the supercar industry. And the front, it's like one of the worst in the business. Honestly, like, what? You just drew a Miata headlight? It kind of looks like it. Terrible headlights. I mean, just for that reason alone, I might have to not get it. All right, that's it. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, you're probably still here watching. My hair today, what the hell? This is what I get for not putting gel in it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's like Harry Styles-esque. Can't believe I said that, but there we are. I gotta go throw some gel in here. This is yikes. It kind of stands up for no gel. This is not bad, right? I mean, this is just how I woke up and this is it. Maybe sometimes you got the good hair day, bad hair day. I think we got to err on the side of good here. I mean, no gel and just kind of going that way. This is what we're talking about now. We're getting off track. Well, let's get back on track. Epic car show. Look at the car day tomorrow. You got the foreshadowing right here. We've talked about it before. Any guesses? You already know it. These guys' shoes, mildly okay. Plaque leaning against the car. Ooh, there's a plaque right here. I don't know if you can see it in the white. Leaning against the wheel. Looks like subtle scratches. You could buff it out though, I guess. Lots of big money here. Look at all these back here. Right on the ocean. The ocean's right there. Amelia Island. End it.